these others, that Google doesn't like it because it's duplicating content.
Yeah.
So if you're sending out the same information to everybody, and
Yeah.
you're not looking at duplicate content.
I would have been shocked if I didn't get this question today. So I get this question every time I do a presentation. Start by saying that yes, it's a widespread belief that that's true. I had to go through a pretty deep level of research because clearly our business is built on channel-driven content, which by its nature is duplicated, just like AP duplicates stories to every national news website in the country, right? So here's the thing. Matt Cutts is the webmaster that runs basically the algorithm that drives Google, okay? And on his blog, he addresses the same issue. Here's the thing, is that our content indexes, just like any content of this style will index. In other words, you don't get a penalty for it. People call it the Google duplicate content penalty. There is no penalty, but what Google does look for is uniqueness. So in other words, if you do what we call a really long tail search string, like you highlighted an entire sentence, put it in quotes in a Google search, and click submit, you would get hundreds of sites that would all come up with that article indexed. Just the same as Associated Press, if you took an article sentence, and you would get every small newspaper website in the country, because none of them write their own content, they all get AP content. So if Google was to blackball that type of content, which is seen over and over again, they would basically blackball the whole news industry across the world, really. That's not the thing that they're looking for. What happens, though, is that because it's not unique, in other words, it only gives relevance or weighting to the first place it indexes. So if your strategy was SEO, search engine optimization, then you wouldn't want to rely on something like channel-driven content or AP content to drive search engine results. However, we just talked about, is search engine optimization the primary strategy for the average real estate agent or loan officer? It's not. We want to do sphere of influence optimization. So we're trying to reach a different category, so I don't sell our product as an SEO product. What's really cool about it is that if a person wants the best of both worlds, like John Gronley, our framework works really well to do it. It's because we're, again, putting that high volume of relevant content in there, and then you can layer in those unique articles. So my thing with if a person was concerned about that is write one article a week that's unique. If you want to do that, we can't syndicate to Active Rain because they're a closed community. But if you just write one extra article, one for your blog and one for Active Rain, and you'll be done. That's probably the best combination strategy that Reset does both.